everyone watching and listening. You are welcome to AB3 Radio, home of music and entertainment. This is AB3 Online Radio, and this is the Next Wave Show. I'm your host, ML Prime, but you can call me ML. Show, and off we go. Now, we've said a lot since we started this show, and I know most of you have picked things from this show, things that are disturbing the youth, and things that we try to do that is not on the right path. And that is why we bring to you over the weeks. We brought people on board and we share their views. And today I'll be going solo, but what I'm going to talk about is going to be more of mental interaction. You're going to be talking to yourself in your mind after we get through with this. So stay tuned as we just go for a break. We'll come back with the full program. There are things in which we are all fighting, but you don't have to fight them alone. The last time we were talking about mental health, I put it to you that your mental health as a youth in this generation matters the most. Your mental health constitutes your ability to be productive. The ability for you to become a transformation in this generation depends on your mental health. So if you are broken down, if your main system, if the big guy is broken down, how do you expect to function? Sorry. How do you expect to become a prime? Are you just going to sit there? No. You have to take a step. You don't have to fight the battles on your own. Get support. Find people in which you can talk to, your bosses, people that you trust, not just anyone. If it's your friend, be very careful. Some friends are not worth called friends. They appear to be friends, but at the end of the day, they turn back to bite you. So you can either go to a psychiatrist, you can go to a teacher, an elderly person, your parents, your boss. Sometimes the people that we talk to are the ones that hurt us the most, and we think we don't have anyone else. But don't think you don't have anyone else. You've got the therapist. They are free to go to. They listen to these things anymore every time. So when you're facing problems regarding your mental health, just go there and try to solve things out. You don't have to fight some battles on your own. Now it's high time we pick tools for revolution. Now, let me just talk about this. We always talk when we come and we talk about the media. The media, I'll always say this quote. The media is a powerful tool that can make the innocent guilty and the guilty innocent. It depends on where you stand. The media, people are bringing their point of views. But this generation, what if we transformed the media from just a media into something which brings positivity? I know we cannot have 100% positivity, but we can move ahead. There should be at least one step ahead of negativity. We all make mistakes, we all talk, we all blame others for things that we do. I mean, we don't take care of things properly. Like I said, today is just a general talk. So I just talk about something and I move on to the next one, and I pray you follow and note things down, because whatever that is being here is said today is going to make impact tomorrow. That's what we seek to find. Whatever, if you are being given something to hold, protect that thing with all your heart. And don't tell me there is nothing, that you don't have a possession. You have a possession, you have an obligation. Protecting the environment is not an option. It is a must. If you think you don't have anything in your hand, you've got something. You've got your surroundings. You don't know what impact you can make just by taking care of the surroundings. You don't know what impact you can make just by standing for the lesser guy, the smaller guy, speaking for generation, speaking for impact, being an activist for social change. We have talents, but until we explore those talents, those talents are cancer unto us. Until you know how to use your blessing, it's always going to be a curse. So be careful where you step, be careful what you do. This way, we are powerful. We are very, very powerful, and we are very privileged. We have technology, we have science, we've upgraded ourselves in literature, in politics, in so many aspects of life, in music. But what are we doing with these things? And we have the freedom to listen to the word of God. We have the freedom to hear about God. Here is the case we become lukewarms. Here is the case that we don't use what we have to get what we want. The resources that we have, the little things that we have, combine them together, build a brand. Go and improve on yourself. I made mention of 3 steps ahead. I've not forgotten. Let me continue from there.
Now, the fourth step is taking action. Once you have accepted your flaws, you know what you are worth in every single thing, exploring your potentials, your values, and everything that makes you an individual. The next step you have to take is action. The little steps you take can make the bigger impact. You might not know. Once you find your potential, you sit down, you draw a plan. What can I do to make an impact? Do not think about financial issues. No, let me put this out. Do not think as a you if you are growing. Do not put your mind on money. Of course, money is important. We all want money. But what is the use of getting the money and not knowing what to do with it? You end up spending the money on useless things, and money will fly away. Money doesn't stay. When it goes, you then come back to realize that is how money works. You then come back to yourself to realize that you made a big mistake. So as a youth, the first thing you have to think about is making impact in every point, in every place you are. Wherever you find yourself, try to make an impact. Try to stand out. If there's something that is being done that is not making impact, pick up that thing. If someone is doing something or there's a particular thing that people have been doing, that people have been using, that doesn't make an impact, that doesn't mean you cannot transform it to make an impact. Do not see this as a motivational speak, because this is also a motivational speech, yes, but do not see it as a motivational speech. If you see it as a motivational speech, it becomes common to your heart. See it as a dare, see it as something that I am putting into you, and put yourself to the test. I know we are all growing. When you may look at me and think I'm a young guy. Yes, I'm a young guy, and I'm speaking out of my personal experience and experience from others. That's why it's good to move out to people who know, interact with them, be submissive, learn to serve, be submissive, learn the ways. That is why the old generation, we need to even learn more from the old generations, their wisdom. When we know what the old generation is all about, we can come sit down, bundle all these things together, and try to make an impact from them, draw out the water from them. You don't just sit there and allow things to go waste. If I pick this remote and I look at this remote and say, let me not use this remote and it's not even working, it hasn't blown with this brand of remote. And that doesn't mean when I come and I use this brand of remote, it's not going to make an impact. It's going to make an impact. We are all different. You remember I just said something when we started the show that in as much as we have to learn from the older generation to make our lives better, to pull certain resources from them, certain wisdom and knowledge from them to be able to make our life better, we have to forge our own path too. What are you doing to forge your own path? What path are you setting? What is making you you? And what is blocking you? What obstacles are you facing? This generation, we are worth much more than we can possibly think of. When I pick a brand and I say, this guy has even worked with the brand and it's not working, but what shows I can do it? He is different. I'm different. That should even give me the opportunity. That should even give me the mojo, the vim, the impetus, the zeal to make a move, to step up, to pick up that thing, to make it. And so when I see something, when you see something, you are supposed. When someone is doing something on a particular on a particular forum, or let's say you are a content creator, or you are a content creator, and you are picking a particular topic, and people have tried to use that topic, and they are not going anywhere. They're just getting 3 likes, 4 likes, 5 likes, 6 likes, those stuff. And you think that's not going to work for you, and so that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But because they are not doing it right, you may think that you can't do it. But when you try to do it, you're going to flop. Of course, you're going to flop. You will flop because that is a mindset that you will flop. Until you see yourself that you can do something, you're always going to be a failure. Until you see yourself that you can take a bold step, you're always going to fail. Until you take a step, you're always going to fail. There's a first time for everything. What if you are that person who's going to make an impact? There's a first time for everything. Do you think scientists, all those great men, they just woke up and then no one has discovered gravity before. Okay, so because no one has ever discovered gravity before, I'm sitting on an apple tree, it falls on my head. Wow, this is very hard. It's painful. I need to think of it. Then I'll be like, why is this thing falling on my head? Ah, come on. I mean, it's crazy. People have tried different things and then they brush it off. So what am I thinking? No, I put it down. And then I lose recognition. What if Sir Isaac Newton did that? But when the apple fell on his head in the plate in the 18s, when the apple fell on his head, he kept quiet, he observed. Listen, he kept quiet, he observed. Calm and observe. It hit him the second time. He was calm. He was thinking. It hit him the third time. He asked the question, why is this thing falling on my head? What is pulling it down? I always say this. Don't just take things as they are, but take things in a different angle. Look at things in a different angle. Let us open our third eye. Let us open our third eye. Yeah. Let us open our third eye. Newton was calm. He observed. Be calm. Be observant. But whatever that goes around you, don't talk too much. When you talk too much, you are giving off too much energy. Learn to be quiet. Learn to observe. Learn to work in silence. Nikola Tesla, one of the most underrated scientists and father of so many things that was robbed from him, said the secret to immense knowledge is what? Is you being alone. I'm not trying to say you should be alone always, no. But sometimes you have to be alone so you can think. It's good to socialize, but sometimes you have to be alone. If Newton were with other people when he was sitting on the apple tree, when he hit his head, probably a guy would have taken it and eat it. And they would have gotten up from there, they would have argued, things would have happened, we would have never been able to discover the thing called gravity. And it would have never even helped us. There will be so many things in this generation that we are enjoying today that wouldn't have been done. You understand what I'm trying to say? And so I'm putting up to you, learn to be quiet. When things are going on in your life, be quiet. So if you kindly listen to me, you know that I've put forward two angles from here. The fact that he was quiet in the form you could think and discover, and I'm putting this in your life, that when you're facing challenges in this generation, yes, I'm talking to you, when you're facing challenges, when something strikes you, be calm, don't talk. It's good to cry, yeah, blah blah blah, you have to cry out, but be calm, be observant. Do not be in a rush. When it hits you the second time, start thinking, why is it hitting me? What is the cause of this? And try to discover the reason. When you discover the reason, then you know there is hope. So far as there's a reason, there is hope. So far as there is hope, there is a breakthrough in whatever you're doing in your life. And so Newton sat down, did all of these things, analysis, thought, and discovered gravity, and said it is gravity. It is pulling this thing down. The life of science. Don't just pick people's life and say it is not my field, so I'm not going to learn to read why. There are so many things we disregard because we think that we cannot do them. And I always say this, all start with the mind. If you start to think you cannot do it, you failed. So far as you thought of the thing that you cannot do it, you failed. But if you only put things into your head and say, I have done it already, it's done, then it's done. Let us recognize these things. Let us build our societies. Let us come together. Let us build a harmonious life. Let us help people in this generation. Let us give to others. Let us impact the wisdom we have. Do not say you don't know anything. When you come to me and tell me I don't know anything, I just get bored. I hate that. You don't just tell me you don't know anything. You know your name. Come on. At least you know your name. You know what you're wearing. You should know who you are. Even if you don't know who you are, what you're worth, you know your name. That's an identity. It summarizes who you are. Learn to accept you for you and not you for anyone's opinion or anyone's view. Build yourself up. Once you've taken that step, that action to be able to transform lives, your life, not just only your life, don't be selfish. Don't think about yourself too much. If you lend a helping hand, you end up helping yourself. So always try to focus on other people. But don't focus on other people too much. You are also needed. I mean, who wouldn't want to improve on himself? Yes. But think about the children. Think about the generation. What I'm doing is consider them. I mean, what I'm doing today, is it going to have an impact on someone tomorrow? No. Yes. Then I take the step. I don't just take any step. And when you start, it's going to be so difficult. But a determined soul, no matter how hard the person, or no matter how hard the life has given him punch, no matter how hard life has beaten him, he will always rise because he has seen the future and he has hope. Don't think of the present, think of the future. Every new morning is a present. Yesterday is history. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a present. Today is a gift. That is why it's called present. So you need to embrace today. Don't push your mind on today. Embrace the fact that you are alive in this day. look around. What can I do to improve this generation? What can I do to improve this world? The little things you do matter. You helping someone discover who he is matters. I know as I'm talking to you, I only pray that you feel something, you feel the urge to bring a transformation. I'll be very happy when you say that the next wave show from AB3 Radio transform your life, help transform your life, because that is what we have to do here. Apply some rules apply these things in every field you find yourself in. I always say this: the next wave show is not just any type of show. It's a show that is being put forth to improve you as an individual in this generation, not this generation, but to also help side the minds of the older generation, to let them open arms onto this generation, accepting modern views. But the modern views, you should make sure that those views are not contradicting olden norms, things, because sometimes the olden rules and values are much better than the modern. Sometimes the modern are much better than the olden. You have to learn to balance these things together so you don't cause a commotion. Learn to be yourself. Don't just get up. Don't just wash your face. Don't just go to the kitchen and eat. Don't just walk around gallivanting the streets. You have a purpose. You are not just born into the universe. You are not just born into the world to just be gallivanting all around, not doing anything, not having power. You have power. You have control. Why don't you just unleash the dragon in you? Just unleash the flames in you. Why don't you just pray? If there is anything you would want to joke about, if there's anything you would want to joke about, it should never be prayer. It should never be prayer. It has the ability to open divine doors, to connect you to certain places, to lift. Don't just see prayer as a religious faction. Don't just see prayer as belonging to people who just talk about religion. No. See prayer as something that you need to help you. Prayer uplifts your soul. It is a food that the soul eats, the spirit eats. It makes you. So if you pray, you begin to have this faith in you. And don't be shy to pray when people are around you. Just a little prayer with an amen. Silent prayer can be the loudest promulgation. A silent whisper can be the loudest promulgation of a gigantic. Come on, just look at this way. If I come and I keep quiet, I'm going through pain and I just close my eyes and I say, Lord, help me out. I believe that there's a power in the universe, that there's a creator somewhere, and I put my faith into this creator. And I just say, amen. You just take control. That silent whisper can be the promulgation of a greater breakthrough. So don't disregard silent things. When there's silence, silence can be the loudest noise. So if you're in this generation, I put into you to become better, learn, pray. And don't cease to read. Don't read. Don't stop reading. And don't read anything else. But read things that seeks to promote you as an individual to be able to become a prime in your environment. And do not belittle anyone. Don't just see people and don't just judge people by age. No, don't just judge people by the way they look. No, don't judge anybody at all. When you meet someone, be eager to learn something, to draw something from the person. Be greedy for knowledge. Be greedy when it comes to knowledge. We just try to be stingy when it comes to the act of wisdom. Take it. Just be greedy. Let me just put it this way. When I say stingy, you might think, stingy, you don't want to share. When I say greedy, it can be something else. So I'm sorry if I said that. But what I'm trying to say is that you should try to be a glutton. Yes, try to be a glutton when it comes to things pertaining mindset, things pertaining goals, aspirations. As a youth, build your future first before anything else. It's good to build familiar relations, but let the person understand that you are building a life. As a youth, you need to build yourself before anything else. What is the use of having all that fun, of having things, possessions, and tomorrow they become waste? What is the use of that when you've not made greater impact? As a youth, you should learn that there are priorities, and your priorities should not be money, should not be fun at this time. Your priorities should be impact. Your priorities should be things that would make an impact. You should be the wind that should cast out anything that does not belong into a particular place. That is why I said, if you are into a place, if you are born into a place, if you are born into a place, it is not the matter of levels. It is just a privilege You are privileged to be born into a rich home. Let that privilege be a privilege unto others. You are privileged to be born into a poor home. Let that be a privilege for you. Be happy because you will learn the hard times of life, and you will teach the guy who was not brought up in a poor home. If you're in a middle class, as people will call it, middle class, let it be a privilege. You should even be happy because you have witnessed the sad life and the other life, and so when you come, you should be a fusion of the two of them. You should become better. But don't dwell on the fact that you are just there for being their sake, and then because you live in the trenches, or because you live in the mud, you claim you are poor, and then your level is poor, and then you don't want to mingle with people in high class. There are people who want to help you, but the way you see yourself is the way they see you. So if I want to help you and I see that you don't want to help yourself, you see yourself down, I withdraw back. So if you don't believe in yourself, you end up chasing away your destiny helpers. We all need help sometimes. But are we allowing ourselves to be helped? Think about it. You're currently listening to AB3 Online Radio, the home of music and entertainment from AB3 Media, and I am your host, ML. You can chip in your ideas, you can chip in whatever you have to say, any contribution on our WhatsApp platform, our WhatsApp number on 057 2706 2706 or you can phone in. I'll directly pick it up here and attend to you and answer your questions and accept your contributions on 035 2021 618 035 2021 618. Getting back to the show, we've spoken a lot today. We've said a lot. Our time is going. Yeah, our time will be. Well, I'll be stepping down very soon for the next show to continue. It's almost 2:30. We'll be done by 2:30. So, with all that has been said, I know that we are all facing challenges in this generation. That we are all facing things that break us and make us in this generation. But if we don't take the step, there is no one who's going to take the step for us. We all have amazing visions when we were kids. We all had that thing, that vision. I wanted to become this, I want to become this, I want to become that. What happened to all those dreams? You think when you're growing up, you are realizing you get to discover new things. What happened to that passion you had within you? Don't let it die. You need to fight for your future, your life. Let us all come together. Let us all hold our hands. Let's all build a future. Let us use the tools we have to make the world a better place. The media, social media. There is no way I'm going to exit without not talking about these two. I always talk about these two because these two are very important. These two are one of the biggest mediums for transformation. When you hear me talking about the media, don't just think that I just love to talk about it or I don't have anything to say. We really got things to say about the media. Media is a powerful tool for greatness. It's a powerful tool that can destroy your life. Use the media, transform lives, reach out to people. I always say this, and I said it today. The little thing you know, the smallest idea you know, can be the biggest idea that will be required for a historical transformation in the world. You can become the father of something. Do you think Newton and those people they just got up and they just thought of it? Because at that time it was even more dangerous. The medieval times. I mean, Aristarchus of Samos, we even know of him. Talking about the heliocentric and geocentric models of the Earth with Aristarchus of Samos, with Copernicus, Nicholas Copernicus, and all those people, Galileo Galilei. At that time, you think putting up an idea was just about putting up an idea without proof, you are going to be killed. But these people were bold. They knew what they wanted. Pick the life of, read the lifestyle, the biography of these big people, also biography of people. Read their big men, their lifestyle, read about what they encountered. But yes, so they stood their grounds. They made an impact. And we are using that today. Heliocentric model, Nicholas Copernicus. That time, the sun is at the center and the planets are revolving around the sun. That is what we still base on to talk. He was even scared, so he made them publish it when he was about to die. So you can imagine, fight for what you want. Never ever give up. This generation, we are better. I'm not saying we are better than the older generation. They did their part. We are doing our part. But I'm telling you, you are better. You are worth anything and everything you could ever want to be. Of course, you deserve all the goodness and love you can get. And learn to appreciate people around you. And so should people appreciate you for who you are, not what you can give. Learn to let go of things that destroy you and attract positivity, things that make you. Learn to go from things that break you. Like I always say, people, people. You need help and you have to go to people. God blesses people through people. So never treat people equally. God blesses people through people. People, yes, I know people hurt a lot. People hurt a lot. To the extent that people cause pain and then you vow not to even be open to people again. But I'm telling you, you're making a big mistake. Of course, I know some people come to make, others come to take. Some people come to stay, some don't even last a day. But there is no way you can put it out on them because they came to serve a purpose. You understand? They came to serve a purpose. They came to bear the lamp towards your darkest path so you could know the right from wrongs. You will know how to treat people. You will know when the potholes are to jump over them, to scale over dangerous walls, and to become extraordinary. So appreciate people in your life. People might come, they can come and cause hate, pain, but just accept it. They came for a purpose, man. I mean, I just tell myself everything happens for a reason, and that's what guides me. So let us all come together in unity. Let us promote growth. Let whatever we say here today make an impact. And I pray that wherever you are listening, you should be transformed from the words I speak today. Because you are the next generation. You are the new generation. You are the one who's going to bring change. And wherever you are listening from, I believe in you. We believe in you. We need you. The world needs you. Africa needs you. I need you. This country needs you. We need you to be that pillar in which we will all rest on in time. So keep on fighting. Keep on trying to become good. Keep on trying to become better. Don't be defined by the society, but rather define the society by your influence. Don't be defined by the society, but rather define the society with your influence. Don't let the world tell you how to live. Live to tell the world how to live. Put this in your journal, write it somewhere, meditate upon them. Become the supernova in the darkness of the cosmos. Go to the cosmos and beyond because that is where you belong. Very soon I'll be closing in, so I'm putting the phone lines again 035 2021 035 2021 You can phone in, you can talk for these few minutes, or you can send your messages to 05727068330 05727068330. The next time we meet, we're gonna pick the questions, we're gonna digest them, we're gonna provide solutions, and we're gonna grow together. Because when we come together, we'll do the greatest things and we'll do them better. As I said, no matter where you are, I believe in you, we believe in you. So don't stop believing in you. Try to become, you are that person that I need in this generation. I mean, you are great, you are awesome, you are outstanding. See yourself as that and you become that. But don't forget that the way you see yourself is how you appear. The way you see yourself is how you appear. Yeah, spread the ups out. Spread the ups out by Lecrae. Spread the ups out. Yes, this is AB3 Online Radio from AB3 Media, home of music and entertainment, and this is where we put forward things that will only bring you nothing but transformation in your life. Sadly, the show has come to an end as our time is up, 3:30 exactly. And then I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's listening out there, friends and families. If I'm trying to mention names out, by all means, leave others out. But you're all doing good. Everyone who listened, everyone who tuned. The next time, tell those who didn't tune to tune into AB3 Online Radio because we've got outstanding things for you. Sadly, our time is up and we would have to get up for the next show to commence. I wouldn't go without mentioning my sponsor's name, Fundamental Baptist Church International, located at Fairpray after the toll booth. And you can call them on 055-138-7873, 055-138-7873, or 024-0303-717, 024-0303-717. Bringing to you this next wave show is your host. I am Prenani Listowell. You can just call me, I go with a pseudonym. I'm a writer, so I go with the pseudonym ML Prime. But for short, you can just call me ML. I'm just going to respond to you. You can follow me up on TikTok, ML underscore XBX, for more information about all these things, how you can build yourself, your life, and how you can become a prime in this generation. And so this is where I leave you, and I leave with all the peace and love you can ever find, with all the blessings you would ever seek, with all the wisdom that is there to give, and with all the light that you would ever need on your path. This is the Next Wave Show, and this is how we go.